y'all, it's Kay from the Literary Apothecary and welcome back to my channel. Hey y'all, welcome back to another bi-weekly reading vlog. This is for the weeks of October 22nd to November 4th. So the last week of October, the first week of November. 2 check-ins for you so far. I finished Soulless by Gail Carriger. I absolutely love this book so much. 4.5 out of 5 stars. I love it so much and I can't wait to read the rest of the series sometime. Y'all know what my TBR is like, so I definitely want to continue with this series, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. But I can't wait to read the rest of this series. And then the other book I have to check in about is The Flashlighters by Daniel Barnett. This was book 4 in the Nightmareland Chronicles series. I gave this one also 4.5 out of 5 stars. This one got a little bit too weird for me. Weirder than the first 3 books. That's why I gave it 4.5, not 5 stars. But I still absolutely loved it. And I'm already in the middle of City of Blood book 5. We've got book 5 and then we've got a 6th book, Lily. And then I'll be caught up with the series. We may postpone our live show with Daniel until next weekend and not this weekend so I can finish up this series. We'll see how I feel when it gets closer to the weekend. I've got 2 quotes for you from The Flashlighters. His laugh was like fresh espresso poured over vanilla ice cream. The image of that is just amazing. Like I could just taste that image. So good. And the other one gives you a whole different kind of image. Like a wilting flower reintroduced to the sun, he straightened back to full bloom. And just that image of a flower bent over and spreading out again was just amazing. The way that Daniel Barnett writes, you can't help but see these images in your head. So that leaves me with my current reads. What I'm reading right now include The Return of the Jedi. This is the last book in my Star Wars trilogy book. No Safe Haven. I've got one quote for you from No Safe Haven. If the sound of knuckles on Stormwood could communicate angst, Tayan had managed it. And usually I'm not a fan of the teenage angst trope, but for some reason this character Tayan in No Safe Haven just has me sucked in. I love it so much. I'm also reading Solace of Memory by Allegra Pescatore. This is part of the Last Gift series and also my current novella for the Sphinx competition. City of Blood, which is of course book 5 in the Nightmareland Chronicles series by Daniel Barnett. I am really enjoying this so far, seeing where this is going. And Crossroads of Twilight by Robert Jordan, of course book 10 in the Wheel of Time series. We are getting down to the last few books in this series. I can't wait to see where this series goes. For me, this book, Crossroads of Twilight, actually feels like it's moving faster than some of the other books. A lot is kind of being discussed in this book. And I'm already up to like chapter 11, which feels like I've just started this book. So that's why I say it feels like it's moving faster, because I'm like, how am I already at chapter 11? I just started this a couple days ago, but there it is. So those are my current reads, and I will check in with y'all again very soon. So I've got 2 reading check-ins for you all right now. I finished Solace of Memory, which was one of the novellas I was reading for the Sphinx competition. This one I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved the characters in this book. I loved Pescatore's writing style. She moved me to tears, which lately has been a very rare thing while I've been reading. So I cherish that memory and I absolutely loved this book. I can't wait for... I have the 3 main books that are in this series. This was like a prequel novella. I already had the 3 main books in this series, the Last Gift series by Allegra Pescatore. I heard Josephine talk about it last year and I scooped them right up. I can't wait to read them, especially after reading this novella. I need to find room next year and one of my TBRs to fit those in because this has me wanting so much more. The main reason why I gave it 4.5 and not 5 stars is because I just wanted more. I was so curious about these characters. I wanted more, which is great because we're going to get that in the next 3 books, but I needed more. I've also finished City of Blood by Daniel Barnett. This is book 5 in the Nightmareland Chronicles series. This one I also gave 4.5 out of 5 stars, although this was almost a 5-star. The Compile score was like just below 5 stars. So in City of Blood, I loved the character and the relationship work in this book. This was some of Barnett's best character and relationship work, and I have already dug into Lily book 6, which would, once I finish Lily, that's gonna bring me up to date with the Nightmareland Chronicles series. And I told Daniel Barnett on Twitter, I said, you better get reading because I need the rest of the series. He says he's just finishing up, I think, the 2nd draft of book 7, so I can't wait to get that. I know I need to finish Lily first, but I am already so excited for the rest. And we've actually delayed our live show with Daniel. It was supposed to be this Sunday. It's going to be next Sunday now, the first Sunday in November, so I can finish up this series. Plus, this weekend is a bit busy with me, I have to work an event this weekend, and we're celebrating my niece's birthday on Sunday. So I'm going to be pretty tired. So next weekend works out best for everyone. My current reads, the things that I'm going to be reading this weekend: The Return of the Jedi. I am less than 100 pages away from the end of this book and the end of the trilogy as it is. So if I don't finish it tonight, I will definitely finish it by the end of this weekend. And I can't wait to see how they novelize the end of the Return of the Jedi movie. I'm also reading No Safe Haven by James Lloyd Doolin. This is the 2nd book in the Mlatu series. I've gotten the arc for it and I'm loving it. I think I might be enjoying this one more than I enjoyed the first one, No Heart for a Thief. I really, really enjoy it. Crossroads of Twilight, which is of course book 10 in our Wheel of Time series. I feel like I have zoned out through a lot of this book, whether it's physically reading or listening to the audiobook while I'm driving. I feel like I probably have missed a lot, so I'm going to have to go back and look at summaries of chapters, reread some chapters before I finish this book and give you all my rating for it. I mean, I'm liking what I'm hearing, but I feel like I'm probably missing some things. So today I started the next novella for the Sphinx competition, and I apologize for saying this wrong because I know I'm probably saying this completely wrong. Naria, Traveler of the Circle. And the interesting thing about this one so far, I'm only like a couple pages in, really. It's a really short one. It's like, I think it's less than 60 pages. So there's not really any chapters. But what's interesting to me in this novella, just at the beginning so far, is that our main character is a giantess, which is so rare. Usually if we get giants, they're the villains, there's a war going on with the humans or the elves or whoever they're fighting against, and we don't get that main point of view from a giant. And then the other book that I am reading is, of course, Lily by Daniel Barnett, the 6th book in the Nightmareland Chronicles series. I can't wait. I finished City of Blood and I instantly downloaded Lily from my Kindle library because I had to see what happened next. So I can't wait to go snuggle in bed with my books and get some good reading in before I have to wake up early again tomorrow. So that's it for now, and I'll check in with y'all again soon. One last check-in for this week. This has turned into like a tri-week reading vlog just because things have been so busy. I haven't had a chance to check in or edit some videos. So this is the last one. I'm really going to try to get this up before we leave for New York tomorrow. I've got a couple books to check in on, and then I'll let you all know what I'm reading this week. I have finished The Crossroads of Twilight by Robert Jordan. This is, of course, book 10 in the Wheel of Time series. This one I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. To be honest, I zoned out a lot during this book. So I can't really tell you a lot of what happens in this book, although I did enjoy the beginning and the end, so there's that. Lily by Daniel Barnett. This is book 6 and the most recent release in Nightmareland Chronicles. This one is definitely a 5-star, 5 out of 5 stars. My favorite book in the series so far. This one just blew me out of the water. This book was so good. I felt emotions I definitely didn't expect to feel. It was just so well done. Everything came full circle. Everything was tied up, but it still left room for more books because, of course, this is like a 12-book series, so we still got more adventures to go. But y'all, this book was so good, and I can't wait to talk to Daniel in just a few hours about the Nightmareland Chronicles. The last book that I finished is Starbinder by Mark Timoney. This was one of the novellas I read for the Sphinx Championship series. This one I gave 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was good, had solid writing, good characters. It was definitely a complete loop. Everything was tied up by the end, but still left room for more in the series. So I definitely like that in a novella. I don't want to be left hanging or feeling like this was rushed because of the short amount of writing space. Now, the books that I'll be reading this weekend and going into this week and our trip to New York include No Safe Haven, of course, still reading the arc for this. This is book 2 in the Mlatu series by James Lloyd Doolin. Weird Sisters by Terry Pratchett. This book is so funny. My Hungry Friend by Daniel Barnett. This book is starting to get really interesting. I am interested to see what this book is all about. Death Masks by Jim Butcher. This is book 4 or 5 in the Dresden series. I've lost track now. This book is hilarious. I love it. Listening to the audiobook of that. And then I will probably, when I'm on the plane tomorrow on the way to New York City, start Legacy of the Bright Wash by Crystal Matar. This is one of my self-pub books of the month, and even though I have put a hold on our self-pub Sundays after, of course, Daniel's live show later today, I told the authors that I'm still going to try to read the books and provide reviews during the months that they're scheduled. I just need to give myself a little bit of leeway because things are getting a little bit overwhelming. So Legacy of the Bright Wash, I will probably start tomorrow morning. That's it for now. Let me know in the comments below, what was your favorite reading moment the last 2 weeks? And what are you looking forward to reading the most in the next 2 weeks? I don't know how much I'll get done reading this week since we'll be in New York for a couple days, but I'm hoping to still get some reading in a little bit, maybe in the mornings, and also definitely when I get back, I'll need that recharging reading time, so looking forward to that. As always, my Patreon and my Discord information will be in the description below. Keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.